Welcome, everybody, into the latest edition of the USFL podcast interview series, bringing you the latest interviews from players, coaches, and personalities from around the United States Football League. Today, I bring you our first New Orleans Breaker interview. Yes, so we're still trying to get to every team as we've gone for over a year, and is someone that has signed on just this season, somebody that has some high acclaim and got a lot of, I think, to me, saw a lot of press when he was signed on for the Breakers. He is former standout Auburn linebacker, and now, of course, he is joining the New Orleans Breakers for this season. It is Zakoby McClain. Zakoby, thank you for taking the time, good sir, for joining me on the show. How are things? I mean, a little late, of course, because I know you've signed on a while, but I'll say this again. I've done with every player that's new to the league. Congrats on getting signed on. Welcome to the United
Appreciate
States
it.
Football League.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, I mean, look, it's great, and look, here's the thing that I think's for yourself interesting, and it's not every player is like this because I think the USFL is a good mix of guys that have gotten straight into the NFL opportunities. You yourself have kind of joined a list of a few guys that you're kind of still fresh into the pro scene. Like you got to spell at a camp for a year with the Ravens in 2022, and now you're here in the league. Take us through. I mean, with USFL coming back last, at least in its first season back since its 80s original run. How'd you view it last year, kind of seeing that as a new option on the market for yourself? I know obviously the NFL is the first thing, but it is nice to have with spring scene getting more opportunities to go places.
Well, my homeboy Sal Canal played for the Breakers last year, so I watched him play, and he told me how it went, how it was, and how everything is. He said it's good, and like it's a good way to get to the league. So I liked it.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I was gonna say Sal made most of his career last year, so absolutely can understand. For yourself, so you're coming, of course. You aren't, for example, playing on say the Birmingham squad, but you are playing at least in familiar territory. If you catch my drift, obviously,
Yeah.
playing having of course a 4 year or 3 year career at Auburn, getting to play in that series in the Iron Bowl, getting to play in the SEC territory, of course, so tell me about just
You went out. You went out.
that's okay. I'll cut it back.
There you go.
My
There you
mi-
go.
my mic's messing up. I'll restart the question though. Okay, three, two, one. So Kobe, here's the thing. Look, you had obviously a prolific 3 year career with Auburn. Getting to play in the SEC, getting to play in arguably the top or one of the top two conferences in the nation. What does it take to kind of get in on that scene? I mean, that's a tough. I mean, if just for college football in general, that's like considered the cream of the crop in terms of collegiate play and playing with some of the brightest and best stars in the collegiate scene.
Well, just the SEC is just a different breed, and nothing but dogs and just dog mentality. And everybody want to win, and just big ground and pound league, but it's kind of turned to a passing league. But you just gotta be smart and just know what you're doing, be a good communicator, you know how to be a good teammate to your team, and know how to be good to the coaches and listen to whatever the coaches say, because they lead you in the right direction to be in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's definitely it definitely has become a passing league. I mean, for your time having to play against guys like say like a Bryce Young who's just
Yeah.
getting started out started out and having to deal with that. You do get to join up with the defense that I think is quite a bit of talent on its end. How much have you gotten to talk with some of your guys that you're joining up with this season? The Breakers did have did have a top three defense last year and was kind of one of their staples that helped them get to the playoffs.
Yeah. I be talking to the middle linebacker. I think his name like Hernandez or something like that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah, I just be talking to him. He be telling me the ropes of how the thing is, how it go, how practice is gonna be, and how the camp is.
Hmm. Just keeping things in order. What are you expecting from camp so far? I mean, or what are you looking towards for camp so far? Because I mean, you guys, for example, are only about, as we're talking, roughly 9 days away. I mean, coaches are reporting the 13th. Um, How have you been kind of getting yourself prepared for that setting and getting back into playing now in the spring this time?
Since I got cut from the Ravens, I've been working out ever since I got cut. So I just work out every day with my trainer. We do some boxing, we do some agility drills, running, and we lift weights and stuff like that. Just keep my
Mhm.
body conditioned.
Totally get that. If we're inside linebacker, if you're like talking to someone that's trying to say they're trying to get into the position, they're trying to be excelling at that position. What are some traits for yourself you want in terms of making a good inside linebacker? I'd say for myself, one of them, you have to be basically having your eyes glued to the football as best, at least as much as possible, to kind of have great ball tracking to play that position very well.
Yeah, you gotta be a good sideline linebacker. You gotta have great instincts. You gotta learn how to read the offense, know what happened before it happens, and be a good communicator to get your guys lined up in the right position to make big plays and clutch moments to win the game.
Absolutely. Well, you got to hit the gaps hard too, right?
Yeah, you gotta hit the gaps, shed off blockers, and play the zone coverage right.
What are you thinking when you hit a blitz that you just basically get a free run? It's one of those you don't even have to have worry about a chip. You basically know that that guard or tackle didn't see you, and it is you and the QB, your destination. That moment where it's like you practice hitting the dummy, but you
Yeah.
know that the guy is the dummy this time.
Well, my linebacker coach from Auburn that I used to have, T. Will, used to always say, call it a linebacker prayer. So something like that is a linebacker prayer. So it's just an amazing moment. So you can just take all your anger and just knock them out.
Linebacker prayers. I like the sound of that. that. I played a lot of D line back in the time,
Yeah,
so I don't. Let's just say free runs don't always happen, but I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's got to feel pretty good. That's got to feel pretty darn good. You know what? I got to ask you, Zakoby, because again, we talk about you played at Auburn. The Iron Bowl being, of course, so prevalent, and obviously you're gonna be playing in Birmingham, right in the heart of the state that is, to me, like college football's mainstay. What's your favorite Iron Bowl moment that you had during your college career?
Everybody know, man. The
I
pick
was I
six,
was I was waiting for it. I know I'm
yes,
laying it up, but I'd like to talk. You know,
yeah. And they caught pick six on Mac Jones, went for the touchdown, get us up again in the game. It's amazing.
That's a good moment. It's one of the better ones. Honestly, when we're getting ready for this episode, it's kind of hard to get photos with you, for you, or it's easy to find photos of you because there's so many of you getting that pick six running back in
Yeah.
that matchup. Random question: why the number change during your college? Because obviously you're 35, you ended with number 9. You have a reason for that?
Uh, I just didn't want no double digit number. I just wanted the single digit number. I just like single digit numbers.
Simple and straight to the point. I get. I see. I see. Okay. I dig it. When you were with Baltimore, you kind of hinted at that. You were there for 1 year. You got picked up undrafted out of the 2022 NFL draft. Get to go through camps a little bit, waived in August. Go through the process for yourself on your end as a UDFA. What'd you get, at least in your quick time with the Ravens? You obviously went to a team that, for anything, for the sake of purposes, its defensive prowess in the NFL at least fits right into what you need to get as a player. What do you take away from saying having such a short time, at least, to get only for training camp reps?
Well, I got to meet a lot of veterans that just taught me the ropes of the NFL, like what I need to do and all that. And I just learned how to play coverage, learn defense more, learn how to shoot gaps, learn how to play gap, learn how to pass rush. Just learn what it takes to be a professional, like the off field stuff, like nutrients, keeping your body well, running about, drink a lot of water, just keeping your body hydrated, staying in shape. Pretty much it. How to take care of your body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just getting yourself more maintained for this. One thing you're doing with the USFL here. So credit, you're gonna be getting some looks. You'll be getting to play, but you'll be playing later into the training camp cycle if you go the whole season, because it says ending in July. Does that help? I mean, obviously you're going to be preparing for this season first, get through this, get on the ground, play really well, hope get New Orleans, hopefully to a championship level. But for yourself, does that come into your thought process when you're kind of preparing for the year, knowing that the season does end later in the summer instead of that springtime?
I don't know, it don't matter. I just love playing football, so it really just good because I get done playing football, go right back and play football again. So that ain't doing nothing, just making me more happy.
Nice. Quick turnaround. I like the sound of that. Keep the motor running. Keep things going the right way.
Yeah.
I know I keep jumping back and forth here, but actually I'm curious. I don't always ask this, but I'm pretty sure my understanding, because you went to Valdosta High School.
Yeah.
What's the Georgia college or high school scene like? I know obviously I think a lot's said about Texas. I think a lot's said about Alabama. What's the Georgia high school scene like
We
for
got the best
competition?
football in the nation. We got the best football in the nation.
Oh, okay.
High school. We the winningest high school in the nation. It's like a college atmosphere. We got a college stadium. Stadium be packed out every game. We run out of tunnel, be on the 10. When Friday night lights come, the city just shut down. Everybody at the game. It's amazing. I feel like it's unbelievable. I just loved it. And I got me a championship down there, state championship down there.
I'm glad I got to ask. Like I said, I've seen them before. This isn't the first time. So, again, I'm looking up the show details, looking up kind of yourself. I know I've seen that picture, those images before, of the high school scene. This looks like a great crowd to be getting things started in.
Yeah, I'm used to playing in front of big crowds.
That helps. Hey, anyway, you're joining the USFL at the right time. More hub cities coming in, more fans gonna be coming in too. So yeah, should be great. Hopefully some. I say for the most part, should be some Auburn fans that'll be coming on down. They'll recognize your name. Like I said, when you got picked up by the league, it made quite a bit of a buzz, social media wise. I mean, your free agent transaction alone, I know had well over 500 likes on Twitter, which is one of the most of any of player picked up so far this season.
Yeah, just trying to be the face of the league and just take over.
Mm-hmm.
From the start.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. For yourself, I appreciate you stopping by, taking the time to talk. I know again, this is only really year 2 of your professional journey. It's still is only a short time frame, but like, what are some goals you just got for this year? Or are you just trying to focus on team first goals? I ask every player because I know, it's a pro scene, but I know a lot of these guys, we're looking to see you guys go to the next level too after this. So what are you looking for yourself this season?
I just want to look to myself to be a better develop, like learning the game better, be more of a student in the game, being on a lot of special teams, learning special teams, be the best I can be on special teams, being a better leader, learn how to talk to my team, tell them how to get them back in the game, get them right, and just be a better leader, make a lot of plays, motivate my players when they down, when they make a play, just try to tell them to go on to the next play, make the coaches happy, just be my coach's best friend for real, just win a championship. I just want to win a championship. I just want to win.
Mm-hmm. I like the sound of that. The Breakers fans will definitely like that too. You're giving them the right mentality here. Zakoby, hey, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the quick time here. Wishing for you for the best, man. Should be a great year. You're joining up with a really good Breakers defensive roster, so you're gonna get some real solid guys around you this year.
I need that. All I need. That's what I need.